welcome back to my Creative Chronic Life, and today I am back with a unboxing. I won't say on a whim, because it definitely wasn't on a whim. I have been wanting to purchase a smaller Cricut machine for quite a while. I've had I think it's a Cricut 2 for many years, and I don't often get to use it because it's so heavy for me to be able to carry, and where I have to store it, it's higher up. So because I'm not able to stand with my disabilities, this means that then I don't use it often. And I've been looking at kind of the Cricut Joys, and then the Cricut Joy Extra, and then even like the newer versions of the Cricut, because they are a little bit lighter. And I came across this Cricut Joy 2, and I decided that I would do a little bit of research and have a look into it. I did that about a month ago, and then I kind of just left it alone. And then just one day randomly I saw, I think it was a YouTube video of a lady creating something, and she literally just picked it up like it was a cup of tea from one worktop to the other to be able to use it. And I was absolutely like mind blown by this, and I thought, you know what, let me have a look and do a little bit more research into kind of how much this weighs. Is it worth it for me? Now obviously this big box is quite big, it barely fits on the screen. I've got this kind of mesh to cover some of the details because of the kind of warranty and whatnot. And I thought to myself that what I would do is like a little mini unboxing. So if you're struggling like me with health conditions, or even like, you know, where you're struggling to just lift things up, but you want something that you can be able to craft with. And the best thing about this is this actually makes stickers too. Now, you know, I spend a lot of money on stickers and stationery and things like that. So I thought what we can do is we can unbox this together. I may have to kind of cut some bits off just because of personal reasons. They did add stickers to the box, and then I decided that I'm not going to kind of rip it off the box, it just ruins it. So I probably will cut clips out. So for now, I'll just talk, I'll just try and do a little unboxing. So I may have to do this in parts because my table just isn't long enough for me to get everything in. So when you open the lid of the box, you obviously get this part which you open from here, and then you get your first bit of information. So we'll take this out, and then next you have the details on how to get started. So if you're new to Cricut, I picked up a bundle, I think, of some sort that it was. You then have the Cricut Joy information. We'll put that to the side. We have some kind of plug sockets over here which I won't need right now, so I'll leave them. And then this goes up, and then that's your Cricut machine. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video, get a hubby to come and take all this down, and then we will kind of go through all of the bits together. I am back. So this is everything you get inside this particular bundle. I'll talk about price and things towards the end. It does come with different variations of plugs, so I'm not sure where I would take this on the go with me, but for example, if I decided to take it on the go with me and I wanted to use it in an EU country, I'd already have a plug adaptation, which I think is wonderful anyway. So I think I'm not quite sure where to start off with, so we'll just start off with the manual. So you get the user guide, and as you can see, it's almost the same size as the user guide. We will go into specifics later. So you've got like a Cricut setup, and if you're not sure kind of what a Cricut machine is, it's a way for you to be able to craft. So there's so many variations now. You can make stickers, you can do card cutting, you can do vinyl, wood, I've seen people do, and much more. I barely even know what's there. Now this is a bundle. I think this was a starter bundle to the best of my knowledge. So with this starter bundle you get a couple of different things. I personally didn't need anything. The only reason is I actually own a Cricut from before, so all it does, it gives you the various different bundles, what they come to. So you've got obviously the setup process, and then it just goes on to talk about it and discuss it in different languages. We have a safety and warranty, which is great. Obviously the starter bundle, again, if you need that, you'll be able to use it. We have a plug socket, so this is what I mean about depending on where you are. I think it's like a twisty pulley thing, but I won't add it on because I obviously don't need the 2-pin version, so I will move this to the side as well. Obviously 2 boxes, but what I need to make some space, so I'll take away the packaging. I'll start off, let's look at the Cricut itself because I think that's a great way. Now I have a nameplate at the back, but you can see that this is smaller than this, and this is not heavy whatsoever. I mean, obviously I struggle with lifting things in general, so to me, I think if I did this, you know, day in day out constantly, that I probably would tire myself out. But I think on the most part I could probably just pop it up on the desk. I do have like a pin board here, which I think for me would be great to add like a little shelf, so I can add this to it, and then when I need it, it's just a matter of lifting and pulling it down, because you need to have space to be able to use it back and forth. I think there was 3 different colors originally, this blue one, a emerald green one, and a coral one, but I think the emerald green was like a specific limited only color. I think I would have loved to have that because it kind of goes with my kind of green aesthetic that I have got going on, but in the end I decided that I'd just pick the blue, and I just thought to myself that most of the time it's not like it's for use, isn't it? So realistically the color is bright, it's beautiful. So you have this section here which you're meant to remove off. You've got a space here for the little blade. The blades have changed now, I think, to the best of my knowledge. You used to be able to change just the blade, but now I think you have to change the entire thing. Don't quote me on that because, like I said, I've done a little bit of research, but not on everything. And the fact that it's just light, it's compact, I've heard it's less noise and a little bit quicker. Time will tell, and maybe I'll come back and do like a little setup video, but I think for now it's just more about sharing what I've got. So I'll just pop this little thing to the side, and then we have 2 large bundle like boxes. One is this is the essential bundle sort of that I got. So with the essential bundle you get some extra things. You can just pick up the Cricut by itself, but I think that as a beginner starter I like the fact that you've got bundles for it. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have some smart iron-on vinyl, which is like a heat transfer vinyl. We then have some transfer tape, which once you start to make all of these things you will realize what they're for, but I like the fact that you've got quite a lot of this. Next you have some cards so that you can insert and make your own cardstock. You've even got an envelope with it. How cute. We've got some smart vinyl, because I think now that you don't need a mat, to the best of my knowledge, on certain projects. Again, don't quote me on it, I will have to do some research. I'm not sure why I'm sharing on unboxing if I don't have all the information, but this is how I'm going to learn, and I'm presuming if you've never been a Cricut user before, it's good to know kind of what's available. You've got printable vinyl, and then you've got a valuable card stock which goes up to £65. So I think that's brilliant. You've pretty much got a lot of different things that you can use just to get going, and I'm going to keep it in this handy compact container because all of my other vinyl kind of foiling elements are all away, pack them all away, so this will be good to be able to test out. That's the first bundle. Next we have a larger bundle, again not sure what's in here. Right, okay, let's do it this way. Oh wow, so you have a card mat. So I've seen these online. So let's say you're making a folded card, you add the back part in here, and then you'll put this in the machine. You make your design on the Cricut design space, and then it cuts it over the top, so then it doesn't actually go through to the back, because what you used to have to do before would be cut down the cards to sizes and then just do the front and then add that to another card, whereas this can be like kind of like a two-in-one situation. That's super cool. I just love how compact it all is. This is the Cricut Joy mat. So the width of it is 4 inches, and then I think the length of it is 12 inches. So for projects, you can still do longer projects. If you wanted to, I don't know, have a birthday banner that you needed to have across here, you could do that. But for me, for example, if I was to create my own stickers like scripts, the most length I'd be able to do would be 4 inches. And then like an average A5 sticker sheet is quite just a little bit bigger. But I feel like, I mean, even a 4x5, a 4x4, I still think they're quite large, to be honest. For me, in my mind, I thought this mat would be smaller than it actually is, but I think it's quite large. You can have a variability of stickers and different sizes. I know that now that this machine actually prints on A4, so you can print and cut. Some of the previous ones you can't. So the print and cut, it actually lets you print on an A4 piece of sticker paper. It draws a line down the middle which you cut, and then it will cut part 1 and part 2 exactly. I'm not sure if you can only do one project at the time. And then you get a couple of different things. So you have a lifting spatula, a weeding tool. You also have a marker in black in the 1mm, and actually it's double-sided. Then you've got 0.4. You have another blade, which I think is a scoring blade, but again, I'll confirm that again. You've got one of these tools which kind of help lift up from the mat the sticker and whatnot, so that's quite handy that you've got all of this stuff. And then you get a cutting what's it called, a cutting board as well, which comes in really handy. I actually have one in pink, which is a little bit larger, so I like the fact that this is quite compact. So if I wanted to, I could just use this for my smaller projects. And then last but not least, you have a very handy ruler that goes 12 inches and obviously centimeters on the opposite side. I love this because it's quite flexible. It's not paper, so these will come in handy. So if you need to measure something, to be able to then measure on the Cricut design space, this is wonderful. I'll be keeping this handy for sure. So this is everything that you get inside of this essential bundle. I'm just gonna put everything back. I won't be doing a project today just because it's a little bit too hot and I need some time to figure out how to set up the space. Just lifting up the information so I can tell you exactly kind of what's in the entirety of the bundle. So I actually purchased this from Argos, which is in the UK. It's like a store that kind of sells every single thing. I know you can get them in Hobbycraft. You can also get them from Currys and Amazon and eBay. I'm not sure if you can purchase them directly or if they're easy in the shop, but I didn't even look because as I was mentioning at the beginning, was that I looked at this for quite a while and then I popped it away, and then I saw somebody using making a project online on YouTube, so I decided that I was going to go back and have a look and see what size it was. And as I was looking into what size it was, I came across that it was actually on offer and that you got this entire bundle. And the more I did research into it, the better I thought it would be for me and my needs, and then I obviously decided to purchase it. So what we will talk about is we'll just kind of run through some of the specifics. So this one is what I've purchased is called the Cricut Joy 2 Essential Bundle. The Cricut Joy Extra is larger than this and has different mat size and things like that. So this is a Cricut Joy 2. So this means there was a number 1 before, but that didn't do print and cut. So if you wanting to use it just like for sticker making as well as your other projects, remember the Cricut Joy 2 is what you need for like smaller projects. If you do want to print like A4 or A5, you will have to purchase a bigger machine, unfortunately. So just want to make sure that is clear. And then this says it's at 4.5 inches. So this is just me reading like a little bit of the product. It says, add a pop-up personality with the Cricut Joy 2 at 4.5 inches is the next generation of our ultra compact cutting machine, perfect for quick everyday projects like custom cards, simple decals and labels. This bold new machine now works with your home inkjet printer to create full color stickers. Joy 2 works with 75 plus materials, including popular materials like vinyl, iron-on, printable materials and cardstock. Plus, this machine writes, draws, foils, scars and cuts intricate designs with precision. Print your design with your home inkjet printer, then your Cricut cutting machine automatically recognizes and precision cuts around the inkjet printed images to create full color stickers, decals, apparel and more. So this is definitely a compact way of creating them. I personally use it for Cricut, for kind of stickers, foiling. I do have all the bits for the other machine, so it will be nice to see if it works with this machine too. It's saying it does, but I'm just wondering if these would work. Would my old stuff work with this? So that'll be a nice way to kind of see if that does. And then it just says, the essential bundle comes with must-have crafting tools as well as an assortment of popular materials. This bundle is perfect for those looking to make a wide variety of projects right out of the box and save. It's enough supplies to make up to 35 projects. So if you're looking to get going and get started, try it out. This is a perfect bundle for you. So it says it contains a premium fine point cutting tool, so that would be that, and the scoring tool which is inside, dual-sided marker, light grip machine, mat, card mat, trimmer, weeder, scraper, spatula, paper ruler, smart iron-on 4, smart vinyl 6, transfer tape 6, insert card 2, value card stock 10 and printable vinyl 3. So as we stand pretty much in July at this point, it's currently $129.99. I got mine for £110 from Argos. It was on a sale and I decided that I would pretty much go for it. I think I ordered it one evening and got it the next evening, something as simple as that. So I feel like if you are interested in this, or you have kind of, struggle with lifting heavy things and really want to craft, because obviously my entire kind of logo is Mycreativechroniclife, is that I love to be creative, but I also unfortunately have a life that deals with chronic illnesses, pain, disabilities, etc. So for me, I needed something compact, and I just love the fact that this is so small and lightweight. So I will be really looking forward to starting projects. I already have a Cricut subscription, so hopefully I'll be able to just set this up and kind of get going. I'm not sure if I'll do a part 2 to this video where I will set it up, because sometimes I get a little bit flustered if I'm honest, when I'm setting up new things, and sometimes in my mind things don't kind of work correctly, but they do, because it's just something that I struggle with. So I may do a part 2. If not, I might come back and do like a project with me, maybe cardstock version or something. But from the get-go and from all the kind of reviews I've seen, it's really, really good. And like I said, I've got 2 machines, so I can either use A4, A5 or this smaller one for smaller projects. I think in my mind I have a feeling that I would really like to create some labels for the kitchen, just to kind of label things so people know when they're coming in, where things are, because I sometimes can't remember where I've put something. So that might be one of my first projects. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. And of course, I always share everything over on my website at www.mycreativechroniclife.co.uk, where I share things like blog posts, reviews, hauls, reading reviews, I share short stories, grab and go freebies, and much more. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little Cricut unbox with me. From first impressions, I think it's magnificent and absolutely wonderful for size, compactness, and everything that you get in that for the price. You know, I think it's a brilliant price point too for somebody who maybe wants to just start off with projects for themselves in and around the home, maybe for gifting. I think it's great for that. And like you said, you've got 75 different things you can do with this little teeny tiny machine, and I think that in itself is exceptional. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, bye bye.